Oh, there's still a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people here.
Hello, hello.
What's going on? Tell
How are
everybody
you?
what we're doing.
What are we doing?
I don't know. What are we doing? Oh, we're talking about stuff.
Yeah, it's been a while. When was the last one? Do you know?
Do you
I
think
didn't look.
3 foot by 2 foot is a big enough whiteboard?
What are you drawing?
That's probably big enough.
Did you just order one?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, for those of you that don't know,
We're
this
supposed to do this once a month.
yes, and this is a YouTube channel with our names on it. And we travel a lot and stuff, and we have a small motorhome, and we do a lot of other things too. But this is kind of where we chat about that stuff and other lifestyle related things we've got going that are not about guitars because we have a guitar channel. So yeah.
Oh, my bad.
So
I was trying to see when the last one we did. Why doesn't it tell me a date?
you just tell me a minute ago.
January 20th. So we missed a month.
Yeah, we missed a month. So you just the thumbnail was very stressful yesterday. Very stressful, and from what you just told me, tomorrow might be stressful also.
Yeah, but the difference being we know about tomorrow. Yesterday, we didn't know.
Yes.
It happened.
So we this weather, man, has been so crazy.
It's not the weather, man. It's like weather, comma, man.
Has been so weird, man. And we had a hailstorm yesterday, and the car was right in it. We saw it happen.
Well, we were with the car.
We were with the car. We were at a pizza place, looking out the window at hail hitting my car, and there are 4 dings in it. 2 of which I'm gonna fix because I see them now. So, in my previous life, I managed a collision shop for a while, and I've written a lot of hail estimates, and so I know how to look at a hail damaged car. And I found we got off pretty lucky, actually. However, what is really scary is that the van was 2 miles away, and I don't think it hailed here.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, we have solar panels. Like, it was quarter size hail or a little bigger, probably $50 size hail, which I think would break a solar panel. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I don't want to test it.
And all of the plastic stuff on the roof, like the vents and all of the everything. I have been so paranoid. I am so paranoid about hail. Like, I hate hail because I don't like owning cars that have insurance claims on them that show up on Carfaxes. That's why I don't, because it screws with resaleability and etc. And so I really don't like hail at all, because it's the thing I can't control. I will do my best to not crash into someone, but you can't control hail. It just shows up. So it's
obviously.
Yeah, obviously. So it's something I've been really paranoid.
I mean, we didn't even know it was supposed to rain. So we're like eating, and there's this strange noise, but there was like people coming in, like, and there's like a bathroom on one side, but the people on the other, because you're like in this long hall type thing. And of course they have like a back door like for deliveries, and so you just like hear this noise and you're like, oh, somebody must be like pushing a cart or something because the floor is concrete. And it was just like this rumbling, like, what is that? And then it was like, wait, it's coming from that way. And then it just got louder and louder, and then you see all the people like flooding to the windows, and we were like, oh no.
Yeah. And what it made me do was go back and watch the video on my phone because I took a picture to see which way it came from.
Yeah.
Because what's crazy is the way hail comes out of the sky, it doesn't fall straight. It usually is in a direction. So one side of the car will get it worse than the other. And so that's what made me go and look again.
Gotcha.
And I was just like, the deck lid's going to get it worse than the passenger side deck lid's going to get it worse than the hood because it came from that direction. So I went and looked again, and I was like, yeah, there's 2 of them right there. But oh well, whatever. It's,
So everything seems to be okay except for a couple of little dings.
yeah.
And our solar panels are intact and
Yes. That's what I was worried about. The thing about it is we're about to use the van for like a 6-week trip. And I didn't want to have any I don't want to have any downtime. Like, oh
well, you
crap,
can't. It wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't get done anyway.
No. I would have to just buy the stuff and
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And solar panel, I think for that thing's like, I already looked it up because I wanted to buy a second one, which we might do actually. Before we go, $460 or something. So
Where are you gonna put it now that you have a rack?
So what you do on the top of the van is
another one could go in the back.
Another one go in the back.
Okay.
You
Never
move
mind.
that one to one side and you add another one, and the wiring is all there and everything. I just need to buy the panel.
I feel like you were going to talk about a couple things. The near miss and what else?
That was it.
What'd you do today?
I wanted to take a nap because I've been busy all day.
He did not take
a nap. And Leslie was like, I saw the Harley-Davidson.
No, you told me. And I was like, oh, I did see the truck last night, but I didn't know I was there.
And she's like, you should go over there. And I'm like, I don't want to. I want to take a nap. And she's like, why? You have time. You should go over there. And I went over there.
I mean, I didn't know it was going to be like 2 hours later.
Exactly.
It's like 2 minutes from here.
Yeah, it's literally 2 minutes from here. And so I went over there, and two bikes that I've been really curious about. They had the whole demo truck there, so they had everything. They had all of the models. And so they had the new Sportster S, which I've been dying to even see in person, much less ride. Because I hate Harleys, man. I am not a Harley person, but that bike made me like really curious about it. And then they had the Pan America, their adventure touring bike. And I'm a big adventure touring guy. I love adventure touring bikes. But I kind of wrote that off because it's just this big, stupid thing. It's huge and heavy looking. And so he's like, well, do you want to ride them? And I'm like, well, I mean, I'd like to ride one of them. Yeah, for sure. I just want to feel the motor. I want to know if the motor's any good. And he's like, well, let's just go for a test ride. I'll go with you and we'll just switch in between. That way you can ride both of them. And I'm like, okay, twist my arm a little more. So we went. And
yes, he has a motorcycle license.
Yes. I spent probably a half an hour on the Sportster S. It is a fantastic motorcycle. The only thing I don't like about it is it has a 180 cross section front tire, like a fat boy front tire. And the front tire has this cone to it. It's like a point in the middle. And what happens is when you throw it into a corner, because the bike is tiny to sit on. It's a little motorcycle, which is really, really fun. But when you put it in a corner, it's like heavy Harley-Davidson steering. But then it like falls into the corner. So it's really hard. I would have to ride it for like another, I don't know. I'd probably have to spend some time on it to be able to really ride it properly. It was weird. I didn't like it at all, really. I didn't like that part of it at all. But the motor is fantastic. It for not having any suspension, because it only has like a 2-inch suspension travel in the back, which everybody complains about. I felt like it wasn't terrible. It rode pretty nice. Like, it was pretty good. Until I got on that Pan America. And that motorcycle, let me tell you what. If it wasn't like $6,000 more than the other bike, I would probably buy one tomorrow. It is so good. It looks massive, but when you sit on it, it just pops up off the side stand, like super low center of gravity, really, really light feeling. And when you ride it, it's really light feeling. Like I've ridden a bunch of those big touring bikes, like a V-Strom 1000 or KTM. KTMs are pretty light too. 1290 or 1190 or whatever, any of those big ones. Ducati, Multistrada, all that stuff. It all kind of feels about the same. And I thought that this bike was just going to be this big, heavy lug of a thing, and it is not. And the transmission is fantastic, and the suspension is cool, and it is what a great motorcycle. But it's like 23 grand, so. But it's really good. So I got to ride for like an hour today, which is really cool, which I did not plan on doing. And then I got home and was like, oh crap, I'm not ready for my live stream at 8 o'clock, but it still worked out.
So we haven't talked to him since January, which means we've only talked about going to Florida the first time when we did our little beach tours. And so February, our goal is to do something each month. So February, we went to Florida again. That was when we did talk about it on the other channel. We went to Jerry's Lefty Guitar. We went, saw some friends. We went to Somnium Guitar. We did all that in February. So that was a really nice trip. And that was the first time we I think people call it like mooch docking, when you like chill out in somebody's driveway, you know? So we did that. And that was fun. And then this month, it wasn't even like a planned trip.
No.
That's when we went through Columbia.
Yep.
We went to Casino Guitars.
Yes.
And then went to the beach. That's why we went.
We went to Columbia to REI. That's when I bought this shirt.
We were just talking. I was like, why were we in Columbia? But that's what it was. So we went to, so I guess we have talked about this stuff on the other channel, but we didn't talk about it here. So this was the first time, so the trip in March, we actually paid to stay somewhere because of the way where we needed to be, when we needed to be there. And I wasn't going to go, and he bribed me with a trip to the beach. So we stayed somewhere, went to casino, so we spent the day there, and then went to the beach. Got there in time for sunset, and we were just going to leave the next day, and I was like, well, that's dumb. So we checked out that morning, hung out around town, and stayed again, and came home Monday morning. So we got to see another sunset, another sunrise.
In Myrtle Beach.
And we were home by lunch. So it was like no big deal.
It was great. And you're off tomorrow, but we're not going anywhere tomorrow, I guess.
No, I can't find anywhere we can escape this incoming weather.
Yeah.
So I guess we just stay.
Yep.
Plus, I feel like we have a couple of things we're supposed to do this weekend. So
yeah, I think so too.
We should stick around, but there's still like another weekend.
Yep.
We could still do something.
Yep. So we'll probably do something else again in March. But yeah, I've been using it. I'm having a problem. Excuse me. I'm really tired. I've been talking all day. I'm having a problem with the solar panel, the solar controller. There's something loose. And so I go out there and it's showing an error, like there's no batteries. But that's not true because there are batteries. But what's happening is the solar controller doesn't know that there's batteries, and so it's not charging them. So, and I went out there and I thought I fixed it. I think there's some loose wires behind the controller is what I think it is. So I got to take it all apart and figure it out. It shouldn't be that big a deal, but it's just one of those little issues that I'm trying to chase to make sure that it's good. I mean, we could go send it in for warranty stuff, but that takes forever and nobody knows what they're doing. So I'm just going to troubleshoot it myself and fix it because we need it. You know, I can't have it in the shop for a month. So
I didn't even know people were commenting because I must have scrolled up and it was stuck. So Rick wanted to know, did you get Pampero rum? I don't know that we looked for a new rum. We still have some kind of fancy rum right now.
We do.
We don't drink a lot of rum.
We've had that rum for a year and a half probably.
Rick says double-sided strap showing up to your P.O. box very soon. A couple of the hides I bought were a tad underweight. I'd like to send one to Aaron Short if you could PM his P.O. box.
I don't have it, but I will get it, and I will get it to you.
Cool. And Doug said, what the hell? There used to be a huge, maybe, Doug, do you remember that? You were probably here then. It was like the corner of like Highway 1 and 25 that goes to Beach Island. There was a big billboard and it always said like, what the hell? And it was like it was a collision shop or something. It was a big billboard right there.
That
always
makes
said,
sense.
what the hell? I mean, if you're in the South, you say it just like that anyway, so it's all the same thing.
Exactly.
Let's see. Doc said as long as the solar panels don't come from Russia.
That's for
and
real.
Dennis was like, Harley-Davidson? Wow. That's when you know people been around a while. When they're surprised when you try something like that.
And I still have a hard time. I told the guy, I was like, I'm not telling my friends that I'm here.
What did he say?
He laughed. He thought it was really funny. But what he said, he's like, oh, I know. He's like, but this bike is for you. Like, this is what Harley
They're trying to draw.
Yeah.
I was in, I can't even remember what this session was for. I've been in this 3 days worth of webinars. But one of the guys, he was talking about Harley-Davidson. He was like, Harley-Davidson's mission is not to sell motorcycles. They are like misfit community innovators, and they sell motorcycles as a byproduct. Did I say guitars the first time?
I get what you meant.
Sorry about that. I just realized I think I said it wrong. But anyway, it was like that wasn't even their intent. It's like this amazing byproduct is they get to sell motorcycles.
You know what's funny about that? Is in my podcast that I recorded today with Adam.
Mm-hmm.
He said the same thing about what we do.
Mm.
He was like, what's really weird is most normal rules of how you do business don't apply to what we do. And he said, it's all about the community first, and then the products sell by themselves. And I was like, wow, like, yeah, it's true. The same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good way to do business. It really is.
Right.
That's why Harley-Davidson is so good. At what they,
But even knowing that, so I feel like you know a lot of things, but even when we went to that museum, I think it shifted even for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these people are innovators, and that makes it cooler.
Yeah. Yep. That's when we talked about that too. Like, he's like, I don't want to talk to people that just do the same thing over and over again. That's what Adam said today. He's like, I want to talk to people that are like doing stuff and trying stuff. And yeah.
David Mitchell said you guys were near my parents in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, we knew some folks. I mean, we know quite a few people in Myrtle Beach too, and we just weren't seeing anybody. We just went for the beach. Yeah,
it was great. It was really nice to actually not see anybody.
Yeah, I mean, we stayed. This is the first time we've
stayed in an RV park.
Stayed in an RV park and like on the beach in this one. So this was new to us, and so we had not been to this place. We'd never even been to this place, even in the big motorhome. And it was, I don't know, it's just one of those chance things. Like, I think this was proof, one, because we have the ability to be flexible, why these people had an opening on the beach on a weekend. Like, I can't even go to the local lake on the weekend right now.
Oh, I know.
So, why they had a spot. But then we're small, so we could also just be wherever. And it was really nice.
Yep. I tell you what, having a small motorhome has been the most liberating thing. It is. We were talking about this today because we were talking about, having this thing, and does it bring you stress to have it? And it kind of...
Does it bring you joy?
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure it does. I was thinking about it after I rode that bike because I was like, because I drove the van over there and I got in the van and I'm like, man, I love this thing. I really do love this thing. And she's like, doesn't it stress you out? And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, when in a hailstorm, and there are a couple things that break on it sometimes and you got to fix stuff. But the overall benefit of just having a thing that you can just go anywhere and do anything and not have to stress about the size of it, not have to stress about turning around, not just it has been it's awesome. You can't live in it. I mean, some people do, I guess.
Yeah, some
We
people do
can't
for
live in
sure.
it.
I mean, if we didn't work, we probably could. But
Yeah, I suppose.
if we were just traveling.
Yeah.
But we don't have a desire to do that. That's too small. We like things.
I mean, I loved living in the big one.
Yeah.
It was great.
But the traveling was a pain. But I also feel like we're just going to discover new things we can do with it. You're talking about the flexibility. So, like this last trip, for instance, not only did we get to go to the beach, but even when we went to casino, so you like had some work to do. But I could just go chill.
Yeah.
Like I still had to play because we could park right downtown still, and it was no big deal. I mean, I took a nap.
Yeah, I mean, I just parallel parked it in a regular parallel parking spot.
Yeah.
Like it, in a normal parking spot.
Sean McMillan said one of his favorite bands is Hailstorm, and we've said that a lot tonight, haven't we?
Yep.
Windsurf Maui. Sorry, I'm late. I went down an eBay rabbit hole and lost track of time. I'll replay to hear the story later. Are you buying nickel things?
That's what I was thinking. Did you buy a bunch of stuff with nickel in it or tubes?
Yes. Checking out prices.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's great. I'm really enjoying this thing, and I'm enjoying not putting as much gas in it, which is pretty cool.
But we do have a really big trip, so we're gonna. I don't know if we'll do something else this month. We are gonna do something in April. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
That is dependent on
work.
No, it is dependent on your brother.
Oh, because my brother's coming, yeah. So my brother and sister-in-law are totally crazy. They're way crazier than us. My brother has a Ford Ranger, like a 2021 or something, Ford Ranger. And he built a fold-down, pop-up camper thing. And they have a dog. And they're living in their truck for a year. Mm-hmm. They were in Mexico. They just got back from Mexico yesterday, I think.
It's been a couple days. They're doing some sightseeing in Arizona.
Tombstone and Tucson and that whole area of Arizona right now. But they were in Mexico for a couple weeks. Anyway, they're going to live in a truck for a year. They're crazier than us. But anyway, they're going to be in our area probably about Masters Week time, I would think.
That's a good time to head out. I don't know where you'd go though, so we need to figure that out.
Yep.
Sean McMillan said, "Do we want Nickelback?" David Mitchell. I don't know exactly where you were, but my parents walk at the beach next to the state park, and there's a big RV park right around there. That's exactly where we were.
That is exactly where
the first time we went to Myrtle Beach in the big motorhome. We stayed at the state park. This time we were at the RV park that is close to there.
Yep.
So we like that area as well. Like where 501 meets 17.
Yep.
That's where we were.
Yep. I hated going there with the big motorhome, but with the little one, I don't mind. Although, when we first got the big motorhome is when we
That was the first trip we ever took.
It was.
So that actually, it was a little nerve-wracking. And the state park, it was nice once you were parked, but that was really tight. And it was our first time. Mm-hmm. But you did it.
It got to the point where I could
if you still had it and went again, it would be no big
I'd
deal.
Whip it right
but
in
I
there.
think it was just because it was the first time.
Yeah, I put that big motorhome in a lot of crazy places since then. And I could put it anywhere we wanted to go, really.
Yeah. But the difference being, I parked the van.
Oh, you did. That's right. That would be your first time ever driving an RV through an RV park. Except for when you did your training class thing and learned how to drive a motorhome.
That's where they teach you. That was really nerve-wracking.
Yeah, they put you in like a 37-foot coach and drive you around an RV park full of people that don't know.
And they know that's what you're doing because the same guy does it. And they use the same RV. Mm-hmm. And I would be a wreck if I was those people. Because I was a wreck. I didn't know. So how many of us? There was like 7 of us?
Yeah.
And so then you sat in class with these people. Then you grabbed a drink and you went to the bathroom. And then you sat in this RV with them. And I was like, wait, I have to be in here when these people drive? It was
Mm-hmm.
terrifying. And they're like, I've been doing this 25 years. And I'm like, how?
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
So that's the general update. I don't know if we have much else, really.
No, not really. Just wanted to catch up. I've been harassing him. We're supposed to do these once a month at least. And we missed one. But
Yep.
we are traveling still. People ask about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So not full time, but
We have a lot this summer, though.
yeah, we will be. I mean, we have to take 6 weeks in a van is a long time. I think I'm a little nervous because we're gonna have to like have a lot of things and work things, and we're gonna have to wash laundry somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be. We will have to find places to refill and dump, and I'm a little nervous. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I am a little nervous.
I haven't done research yet. Like, I'm going to find places to dump and places to fill water. And, well, we'll be able to, I know where we'll be able to fill water. We have to decide
what we're doing between Denver and Anaheim so I can book some tickets, hopefully.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Because we're going to Anaheim, California after we're in Denver. So,
Doug, what was the close call? That was, you said what the hail. That's what it was. We were worried. We had an unexpected pop-up hailstorm, and we were not with the van when it happened. So
yeah,
the car got some dings. We were hoping the top of our van, including solar panels, air conditioning, plastic vents, weren't destroyed, and we were good.
Yep. Because I don't want to have to buy all those parts right now, right before we take it on a big trip. And because we don't have time, I literally wouldn't take it in for warranty work or some kind of shop work because they just couldn't get it done in time because we're about to use it. So, yeah.
Sudbury, what's that?
Sudbury, yeah, we used to go through there when I was a kid when we were on our way to my grandma's house. Sudbury, Ontario. And I just remember all of the vegetation being dead.
He said mine's in North America.
Yeah, it's in Canada.
Oh,
Canada is in North America.
Wait. Oh, your other grandma. I'm like, why did you go through Ontario to go to your grandma's house?
My dad's
We've never gone through Canada.
No. My dad's mom, and we used to go through there. Yep.
Oh, somebody thumbs down because I messed up and didn't know where that was. Who knows?
Whatever.
And somebody's talking about Nickelback. It could be various reasons.
Yep.
I don't feel like we usually have a thumbs down person here.
Whatever. So that's it, really.
Dennis, glad we could share an update. We keep meaning to, but then he forgets the thumbnail. And then the streams on your channel have been like, I mean, sometimes we'd still be going.
Yeah, they've been super busy.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't want to cut those short because people are like really having fun with it. And it's my favorite part of the YouTube channel right now, really. And so, yeah, I didn't want to cut that short. But tonight was a good night. Mostly because I forgot to make the thumbnail for the other channel. And it made it for a little bit lighter night, so.
Yeah, because he is tired. Because
I'm beat.
He went all day in a row. And I've been working long days. Today was my 3rd day in a row. And I'm taking tomorrow off.
Yeah, 10-hour days. And I've been making a lot of pickups. A lot of pickups. And this is not even as many. Next month is going to be busier.
Yep.
So we're on pace right now. We set a production record in November. Then we broke it in December. And then we broke it again in January. And then we broke it again in February. And then as of right now, we will break it again in March. So we have just constantly, it's ridiculous. It's so fun, but it's very busy.
Doc is actually in Sault Ste. Marie on the Canada side?
Yes.
So what is that? What's the dive bar your parents go to? Because don't they go there?
No, it's not. It's on the Michigan side. Oh. My parents, Doc, nobody else will know this, but you probably do because you've gone to the stateside. My parents met in the Alpha Tavern in Sault Ste. Marie. My dad was a guitar player and my mom was a bartender. Yep. That's how they met. In that bar.
That was one of the
Did we go there with him?
With your parents?
Mm-hmm.
No, we
No.
haven't been there.
Okay.
We've only been once. We took the kids to see the ore boats and the locks.
Oh, that's right. Yep. So, yeah.
Don't let me forget the spinner. What's that mean?
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh. I do know.
Doug said, I've been working on the guest house. I didn't know you had a guest house. Realizing how I don't have the energy I used to. We still need to come see you, Doug.
Yeah. Let us know when the guest house is ready.
No.
Just kidding.
We'll bring the
we
van.
have our own guest house. Yeah. That's the fun part is we can just park in somebody's yard overnight. It's no big deal.
Especially Doug's because he has power.
That's true. He does. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. This has been super cool. I'm glad we were able to do it.
Can we get the incident diagrammed on the whiteboard? You should do a live stream Sunday during the race.
No. You don't understand. I will be taking Formula One very seriously this year. Very seriously. I've already watched.
Doc said he killed many brain cells at the Alpha. I did my undergrad degree at LSSU.
That's where my mom went.
That is wild.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how old Doc is. Does he know your
mom? I know
mom?
how old he is. Oh.
That's weird.
No, he's younger than my parents. He's younger than my parents. He's not that old.
Yeah, but was he old enough to drink when she was a bartender?
No. He's not that old.
Okay.
No. That's pretty crazy though. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Apparently my dad has some April wine stories. Speaking of Canada and rock bands and killing brain cells. Yeah.
His guest house will be for friends and family. I don't know if he's saying that as a fact or if he's telling us like, no, it's only for friends and family.
Right. He's like, you are not welcome.
No,
you have
not
to drive.
yet.
You have to stay in the driveway. No, that's fine. Whatever.
We've stayed in his house before. I don't think he's talking about us.
I agree. Yep. Y'all take care. Yeah, y'all take care. It was fun.
Same vintage as you, I think.
Yeah, I think him and I are pretty close in age.
You're
he might be
vintage?
a little bit older than me, but yeah.
He did say in the other, he said he's 50. He just said I'm 50.
Yeah. We are not the same age.
In the other stream, we were talking about the competing expenses. He has 2 children that want to go to medical school, and he's like, I'm never retiring.
Oh, yeah. Fortunately, my kids don't want to go to medical school. They just want to work their
butts off.
Yeah.
Might have played there in 1982. Not sure the name of the place. Doug said we are friends.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Good to know.
All right, y'all.
Yep. Y'all have a good weekend too. Thanks for hanging out with us. 19 people on this stream.
There was like 20 something.
Us.
There was
That's
like 20
a lot
something
for us.
before. Yeah.
And all these comments, thumbs up, like this is fun.
Thumbs down. Frank came over from the other channel apparently.
You know, somebody's got to
right.
be something.
Thanks, y'all. We will see you. I might have a video
Rick
on
said
Saturday.
I was there the night your parents met.